family. Thank you for checking back in with me. This has been a really difficult cycle for me. I'm just going to jump right into it. So I'm on cycle day 61 with no period. I'm kind of frustrated. I had an appointment with my new, a fertility specialist who I was hoping to be my new one, and that was very disappointing. So I'm just going to update you on that, and then I have a few other things to share that I want to just go over. So I'm sitting in front of, if you can see my eyes, my homemade ring light, and it's amazing. I've always wanted one, and so now I have one. And if you guys want to see videos on that, I didn't take video of us making it, but I can explain what we use and how we did it. If you guys want to know how to make a homemade ring light, just comment below and let me know, and I can make a video on that for you guys. So I'm on cycle day 61. I've been taking my temperature since cycle day 45 to see if I ovulated. I did get a positive, like really dark positives, and I'll post a picture here. Ovulation tests on cycle day 48. And then according to my chart, it thinks that I ovulated on cycle day 48, but I just my cycle's never been that way before. I've always like gotten 2 days of really positive ovulation tests, and then I ovulate like a day or two later. And I know for a lot of women with PCOS, ovulation tests or OPKs don't really work because we have more of the LH hormone inside of our systems. And I do tend to have darker lines. Like my line never disappears. I always have 2 lines there, and sometimes they're pretty dark. But I know mine are positive when the test line is way darker than the control line, as seen in the picture. And so that's usually how I know mine are positive. And so if I take away, like, I'll show you my chart as well here. So you can see that I had a dip on cycle day 48 and then a rise. But if I take that dip temperature away, then it does not show ovulation at all. And so I don't know if that temperature was a fluke or if I really ovulated that day. I have taken a few pregnancy tests just to check, and they've all been negative. So I'm just on cycle day 61 sitting in limbo. So I went to a new fertility specialist today, and I'm just really frustrated, honestly. I kind of had an emotional breakdown on my way home or on my way back to work. And so, so I went to see the specialist, and with insurance covering it, because I'm covered under the diagnosis of multiple losses, and it still cost me $180, and I sat there and waited for a little bit. It wasn't too long, and I go in, and I had all my medical history handed in, and I had handed in like my medical records from my previous specialist, and so obviously she didn't get a whole lot of time to sit down because I had brought them in with me. So she didn't get really look at them. So she was kind of looking at them as we were coming in, and she called us in, and there was like a lot of handwritten notes. She's like, I'm just going to recycle them. I'm not even going to read them. I don't even bother with handwritten ones. I was like that's a lot of information about my cycles and stuff like that she's just disregarding. And she didn't really ask me a lot of questions. And then she was like, well, I really question if you have PCOS or anything. Have you ever had your ovaries scanned? I was like, yeah. I was like, I have a lot of follicles on each of them, and she said that's what they look for because they're either called cysts or follicles. They consider them both. And said, yeah, I usually have a lot of follicles on them, and I did have elevated testosterone. And she goes, well, it's elevated, but not that elevated. I said, okay. And then she was like, well, because your cycles are pretty regular. And I was like, I literally just told you that I'm on cycle day 61. What part of that is regular? Like, I was just so frustrated. So her plan is she doesn't think it's a progesterone issue. She said because 7 isn't that low, even though it's been lower than that, and she should see from some of the papers that she could read that it's been at a 4 or lower sometimes. So to her, progesterone is not an issue, so it must be genetic. So she had me and Sean do blood work for some genetic and blood clotting issues. Well, me blood clotting, not Sean. But us some genetic issues. And then I need to go get a 3D ultrasound of my uterus. I thought I had an HSG done, but according to her, that's not an HSG because they used a vaginal ultrasound along with the shooting up the dye to see if everything was open and everything. And she said that you can't tell uterus shape that well through those kind of tests. I don't understand that. But okay, and so I'm going to go do a 3D and see if I need to have surgery or not. I don't think I will. I don't think that my uterus is that misshapen, just because my previous doctor already explained all to me. So I just felt like she didn't take the time to listen to me. She just kind of assumed after going over my paperwork for literally less than 2 minutes. Like I was sitting there as she was looking through. She just really looked through to see what blood tests had been done. But she didn't look through any of my other records, which is kind of like threw half of them away. Like didn't even like glance over them. And I understand, like, you don't want to sit there and read somebody else's handwriting because that can kind of be hard, but at least, like, attempt to decipher them, to understand, or, like, ask me, like, what's my average cycle length? Blah, blah, blah. How many doctors have I seen? Like, I don't know. Ask me a little more background. So that was just really frustrating, and I didn't feel very... Like, I feel like you should be really, really confident in your doctor, especially when going through something as difficult as infertility and losses. And to be honest, I really don't trust her. And so, I mean, she might really come back and find something. And the thing is with these blood tests and this 3D ultrasound, like, that's stuff that I can transfer to a different doctor. And it's covered under my insurance anyway. So we're just going to continue to get those few things done and see what she says and see what she finds. But my beautiful friend Nettie, she has a channel, and I'll link that down below. Well, I always link it down below. And I just moved, as you know, to the Phoenix area, and she also lives in this area on the other side of town. And so she suggested me to her doctor's office, which is actually a nurse practitioner. And I have an appointment for Monday, more so just for I need my lady checkup. And then I'm going to get a second opinion on my PCOS because really I've only ever had one opinion, just all the symptoms lined up. So I assumed absolutely this is it. And so, and I need a new prescription from metformin, especially if I really do have PCOS. So I'm hoping that this person will be able to prescribe that for me and also just help me because she's helped Nettie a lot. And so my prayer is that she helps me, and that gives me hope. And some awesome people at the new church that we go to, part of the church family, I just got to open up with and then be a little emotional in front of, which thank God I can do that. Just reminded me to spend time with Jesus and remind myself who my strength is and remind myself who I believe in and what I believe in, which I mean I do spend time with him daily, but like just to really dig in and more so like relax and meditate on him. And so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to just spend some time with Jesus and just refresh and just remind myself who he is in my life. So I'm going to do that. That I think is the update I have. I'm going to be posting, I'll be wearing the same black shirt in my video tomorrow because I'm going to be posting another video that I'm going to do for you guys that's not actually a trying to conceive video. It has to do with my Ipsy glam bag. I'm going to try the makeup on for you guys. So if you want to see that, stay tuned for tomorrow. But yeah, today was kind of disappointing and I had been looking forward to it. So I don't know. You guys, it's just been hard. To be on cycle day 61 and nothing happening. And you guys, I've been working so hard on my health. We bought a juicer. Not a juicer, we bought a Ninja blender. And so we've been making shakes every day. And I literally put fruit, kale, low-fat yogurt, and flax seeds, and a little bit of protein powder, and it's amazing, and that's my breakfast. And so that's been really good. And then I've been eating basically no carb. I know everything has carbs in it, but I've been eating really, really low carb. I haven't been eating gluten. I haven't really seen a change in my weight, maybe a few pounds, but nothing major. I think I'm feeling better, way less bloated, so that's been good. And so I really hope that, and I've been taking all my supplements except for now I'm out of metformin, and this doctor doesn't want me taking aspirin because I'm going to be doing in case I want to do a blood clot test, which I've already done before and I don't have any issues, so I'm still going to take the aspirin. So yeah, today's been a hard day. So anyway, thank you to all my new subscribers and all my subscribers that I have. I really do consider you guys like a family, and I thank you for giving me the opportunity and the stage to open up to you guys. I love you guys. Thanks for watching.